Okay, in this video we're going to do three things. One, we're going to show you how to bulk upload new isolation point lock and keys. Two, we're going to show you how to place those then on the drawings in FieldWire and import those into BoxLock control. We're going to show you, then the second thing we're going to show you is how to unassign those keys so that they can be used at another point. And then the third thing we're going to show is how to reassign those keys. So here we go. Okay, so what I've got here is I have FieldWire on the left, and then I've got our template for uploading isolation points in Google Sheets on the right. So the 2 points that we're going to be adding is a lock and key to meter A and one to meter B. These are both going to get associated with this isolation point here. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a name. I'm currently working on Hall 1, so I'm going to name this Hall 1 meter A lock meter key. And then the second one I'm going to do is going to be Hall 1 meter B meter key. So I have the numbers here for these keys. So I'm going to take the number off the key, which is going to be 12236. My other key is 14872. Okay, so now we're going to go, I filled out these two fields. I'm going to now come into BoxLock and go to I want to go directly to these meters. So I'm going to search meter in here. Here I have those two meters listed here. My first one, I'm going to go ahead and take the name for meter A. And then I'm also going to take the location ID and pop this into the location ID field. I'm now going to do the same thing for meter B. Make sure you're taking the location ID, not the external ID. It's important. I'm going to give these the status of checked out for now. And then the rest of this should be fine. So now I'm going to come back into FieldWire. And I'm going to go to Tasks. And I'm going to import these tasks. And so my title, copy and paste, my statuses, checked out, my category, I'm going to make these isolation points. Can worry about the plan later. The next thing I need is to jump all the way over, and I'm going to get my key number, which is really listed as lock number here, and then my BoxLock location and location BID. And then I'm just going to come in and drop these onto the correct plan to make it easier. And so this should be on both of these should be on Hall 1. That's it. I'm going to now go in. I'm going to import tasks. I'm going to come back to my plan. Go ahead and close this out. Now you see I have these two meter keys sitting here, not on the plan. I can just draw and drop them onto the plan at the correct location. Okay, so now this is all I'm going to do in FieldWire right now. So now I'm going to come back. I'm going to go into BoxLock control. This is where I'm going to import those. And so I'm going to come into integrations. I'm going to go ahead and edit and then refresh data. So on that refresh data, I should now see two new trackables be created here. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now is we're going to go ahead and remove one of these keys. And so to remove this key, I'm going to come in. I am going to delete the lock number. I'm going to delete the BoxLock location. And I'm going to delete the BoxLock location ID from within FieldWire. So now I've cleared this out in FieldWire. I'm now going to go into BoxLock control where that was changes made to master A. So now that I'm in master A meter key, okay, so I'm going to come in for meter key A now. I'm going to come in and edit it, make sure that says tool. I am going to change the location to holding. Remove the external ID if there is one, and remove the description. So now I'm going to go ahead and update that trackable. That puts that key into the holding location. Making it available to be able to be assigned later. So now I'm going to go back in, and the next thing I'm going to do now is go ahead and assign a key. So I'm going to do that in FieldWire. I'm just going to come back and I'm going to reassign this meter key that we previously removed. To do that, I'm going to come in. I'm going to come back in and put back in our lock number that we had previously in here. So I've got that 12236. In naming this field is optional. I am then going to come back into BoxLock control, and I am going to edit this. I am going to move this back to the same location where I wanted it to be. I'm also going to come in, I'm going to copy this name again just to get the description right, place that description in there, and go back in and make sure this is of type tool, and now I'm going to update that trackable. And that's it. The system now should reassociate those. That tracking number is that key number. That key number is correlated back with the lock number, and this should check in, check out accordingly.